Hello, and today I'm at Oxford. Located on, is this the Great Western Main Line? I don't really know if it is, but this sort of area. Starting out in the intro, you saw 221130. Those were on the delayed 1337 cross-country service running from Bournemouth to Manchester to Piccadilly, which brought me in from Reading. Also departing there was 802002 on the delayed 1344 Great Western Railway service to Worcester Foregate Street from London Paddington. I was also departing out now is going to be the 1349 Chiltern Railway service to London Paddington. London Marylebone, sorry. London Marylebone, not London Paddington. It's 165006 at the front and 027 at the rear. So yes, Oxford, very interesting city. A bit of a history lesson on Oxford itself. Home to the University of Oxford, which is one of the oldest and one of the best universities in the world, and the whole town is sort of developed around that, which I guess made it quite a key point for when Brunel built his Great Western Main Line to reach. And after then, little changed at Oxford Station until just a few years ago, in the mid-2010s, when Chiltern Railways reached Oxford from London Marylebone, nearly said London Paddington in there again, for the first time, facilitated by a new rail link between the stations of Bicester Village and the Chiltern Main Line. So it's really only quite recently that Chiltern Railways have started operating services here into Oxford. History lesson finished. Anyway, Oxford, let's see what turns up here. There's plenty of stuff to see. It's quite a small station, quite a modestly sized station for quite a large city, with only 4 platforms. You've got 1, 2 on the Great Western side, and then 3, 4 on the Chiltern Railway side. So yeah, let's see what turns up. There's also the reversing siding north of the station there, which you might just about be able to see a GWR IET in at the moment. As arriving now, we have a terminating Great Western Railway service from Didcot Parkway. This is the service which operates a short shuttle service from Didcot Parkway, stopping at all the local stations en route. Oxford is not actually electrified, so the 387s cannot reach Oxford from London Paddington just yet, hence the need for this working. This is 165124. This is in just a few moments going to reverse into the sidings north of the station before forming a later service back down towards Didcot. But before then, arriving into the platform is going to be a terminating Chiltern Railway service from London Marylebone. This time with a much better set of stock than the 165s, which just departed a few moments ago. I hate the 165s. This looks like it's going to be a 168 this time. The 165 behind me is off already. Should be able to get both in shot, right? This is 168218, one of the 3-car variants here. Okay, 165124 has just nicely tucked itself away into the carriage sidings at the north of the station. As also arriving in now, having just pulling out the carriage sidings, is going to be the 1402 Great Western Railway service, which will start from this very platform here, bound for London Paddington. Formed of an IET as usual. This one hasn't got long here. It's just gone 1400 and it's supposed to depart at 1402. $800 002. As we do have our first freight service of the day. That passes through. You may have also seen that the class 800 002 that we saw just a few minutes ago has also departed. I assume this one is going to be held just behind it because obviously the 800 is a higher priority. Okay, that one was going from Hayes and Harlington tarmac sidings to East Usk Yards. That's what that one was. It threw me off a bit because you usually think of Hayes and Harlington as being down the Great Western Main Line towards London, but that service has come up the Chiltern Main Line. It's not the last freight you'll be seeing today. Okay, as arriving in now is going to be the 1409 Great Western Railway service from Banbury to Didcot Parkway. I guess some of the Didcot to Oxford services do operate as an extension to Banbury, to surface stations between Oxford and Banbury that don't get very much service. This is probably going to stop quite far down the platform. (165-122). As you may guess, not very busy at all. Right down the end of the platform, long walk to see this one depart. Okay, as also arriving in is a terminating Great Western Railway service from London Paddington. All the GWR services seem to be laughing today. They all seem to have noses open, the coupling hatches, whatever they're called. 802011, terminating in from London Paddington. I'm surprised how many people actually use these Oxford to Paddington services. They are quite well used, despite not going very far. They are probably GWR's shortest IET services, as 165-122 departs down south towards Didcot Parkway. With a lot of smoke pouring out of it. Calling at Radley, Culham and Didcot Parkway. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 1416 CrossCountry service running from Manchester Piccadilly to Bournemouth. Operated by the usual Voyager. (220-008). Bringing the Voyager stench into the station. that stops a little bit further down the platform. We have a couple of trains both departing out. I don't know which is going to leave first. Okay, I think we have an answer. As departing out, first of all, is going to be into the carriage sidings 802011. Okay, as 220.008 now departs bound for Bournemouth, with its next stop being at Reading. Cross-country services do not stop at Didcot Parkway, as you may know. As also departing out from our platform here, it's going to be 168218 on a service bound for London Marylebone, with its next stop being at the newly constructed Oxford Parkway. We do also have a freight coming through, which is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66. Which is going to be 66044 on a service running from Trafford Park to Southampton Docks. Trundling away. It's amazing how heavy stuff freight trains can pull, isn't it? That was just 166 pulling all of that. Taking stuff coming from the west of England through the Manchester Shipping Canal to the south. Yeah, it's going to be going to the English Channel. As well again, we have a terminating Chiltern Railways service from London Marylebone. Just going to be one of these godforsaken 165s. Although this one seems to be the top number, 165001. As of a GWR 800 arriving in now from the sidings. My apologies, it's not from the sidings. Interesting combo here, 168111 at the rear. 800-020 is not from the sidings, it's from Worcester Foregate Street. I believe 168111 was at some point during lockdown painted in the NHS thank you liveries. I definitely remember that. Okay, as spotting out now is going to be the 1430 Great Western Railway service from Worcester Foregate Street to London Paddington. Stopping next, I believe, at Didcot Parkway. Okay, as arriving in now is going to be the 1442 CrossCountry service from Newcastle to Reading. (220.002). So arrives on platform 3 as the acrid Voyager stench fills the air once again. CrossCountry were looking at some point to refurbish their Class 220s and 221s. I really hope that plan follows through, because these trains are maybe the most desperately in need of refurbishment trains in the UK. As arriving now on the opposite platform, we have a Great Western Railway Class 800, which is forming a service to Great Malvern. We may see its head pop out just behind this cross-country Voyager in just a moment. There it is. Just 800.031. Great Malvern services. Great Malvern is just a couple of stops beyond Worcester Foregate Street. These services operate as an extension to the Worcester services every 2 hours or so. They're not as frequent as the Worcester services. As departing is our 1442 cross-country service to Reading only. This one I didn't realise came in ridiculously early. It's been sat here for about 6 minutes now. It's now ready to depart on time. It completely caught me off guard there. But 800.031 is departing out outbound for Great Malvern. With its next series of stops through the Cotswolds as it heads towards Worcester. A bunch of very little used stations between Oxford and Morton and Marsh. Okay, it's coming in at a reasonable time this time, which is not 2 minutes before departure. It's going to be what will become the 1503 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, starting here. (802.011). Okay, this one does not stop at Didcot Parkway, this one, but I think the previous Oxford to Paddington service did. This one goes direct to Reading. in the meantime, plotting out is going to be the 1449 Chiltern Railway service to London Marylebone. One 168 and 165 001. Maybe among my two least favourite varieties of DMUs lashed together on one run. I don't really like turbo styles. I really don't like 165s either. You know, that leaves a video on a high though, doesn't it, me criticising trains? As well, again, we've got one more Great Western Railway 165 on a service which is either terminating or coming in or going to Banbury. It looks like passengers are getting onto this one, probably will be going to Banbury. But if you have enjoyed the video here, do click the like button down below, it does help. Did you see that guy? just ran against the white brick there and then just straight back onto the train. Yes, if you have liked what you've seen here, do click the like button down below, and do consider subscribing as well if you do enjoy my content for some reason. It's been a lovely hour or so here at Oxford. We've seen the full variety here. It's a very exciting station. You should not underestimate Oxford, despite a relatively small number of platforms, and of course the 360 camera, which is doing, you may have seen, is doing some whirring above me. So until next time, that's goodbye from me. And goodbye from Oxford, including its lovely 360-degree camera, which is filming me just a few minutes ago. Anyway, have a good evening everyone, happy Christmas if it's Christmas already.